Hello and welcome. Today we will study about the theory of demand. So what is demand first? To understand demand, we need to understand few things. First, there should be a desire for a commodity. Means you need to have a want for a commodity. Second, you must have sufficient purchasing power. And when you have sufficient purchasing power, you must be ready to spend. When these three things are there, then this can be one, you can create a demand for a commodity. Suppose I want to purchase a car, then I must have a desire for that particular car, any car. Okay, and if I have desire for the car, I must have sufficient amount of money to purchase it. Okay, anyhow, it doesn't matter, but I have the power to purchase for that car. Means I have sufficient power for purchasing that car. Now, second thing means here sufficient power means that power means money. Okay, I have money to purchase that car and I am willing to spend for it. Means ready to spend for it. So if these three things are there, then only demand exists. Like you cannot say like a person those who are sitting on the footpath, they also have a desire. Like they also want a car, but do they have the sufficient power for purchasing that car, or they are ready to spend for it? No, they only have desire for it. They only want that product. Then that things cannot be called as demand. Okay, for demand, these three things should be there. If it is these things are there, then only demand exists there. Okay. Now, definition of demand. So we can say demand refers to different possible quantities that the consumer is ready to buy at different possible price of that commodity. Now this is called as demand. So again I will repeat the definition of demand. That is, demand refers to the different possible quantities that the consumer is ready to buy at different possible price of that commodity. So whatever the different possible prices are there, when a consumer is willing to purchase for it, then when he have the sufficient purchasing power, he purchase on the different possible prices. That is called as demand. Now quantity demanded. Refers to specific quantity to be purchased on the specific price. So this is called quantity demanded. Something is different from demand. In that you can say it refers to the specific quantity to be purchased on a specific price of the commodity. you can see the specified quantity is required on a specified price. If I say, suppose in this demand, if I say, if I am able to purchase 1 rupees toffee, 2 rupees toffee, 3 rupees toffee, 4 rupees toffee, or 5 rupees toffee. So if I am purchasing here a toffee, okay, or anything, or pen, pencil, anything, okay. So pencil, if suppose I am purchasing for 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee, 4 rupee, 5 rupee, it doesn't matter here, the price doesn't matter for me, okay. But in the quantity demanded, so a specific quantity is demanded on a specific price. In that case, if I say, if the price of pen, suppose price of pen is 5 rupees, okay, 5 rupees pen is there, then I want 10 pen, so quantity. So you can see here on a specific price, that is 5 rupees, and 10 pen specific quantity has to be purchased in this quantity demanded. So whenever a consumer is demanding for a specific quantity on a specific price, that is quantity demanded. Now we talk about the demand schedule. So what is demand schedule? Table relating to the price and quantity demanded is known as demand schedule. Okay, so demand schedule table relating to the price and quantity demanded is known as demand schedule. So we will study in this individual demand schedule. And market demand schedule. So in this we will study about the two things, individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. When there is one single person demanding in the market, okay, or when there is only single person, we will study about his demand schedule, and when there is market, how market reacts in the demand schedule. Okay, so in this one person is there, in this two person or many person are there. Okay, so in this we will talk about two person, and this we will talk about the one person only. Okay, now see, individual demand schedule, when there is only one person demanding in the market. So we'll see its schedule. Px, Qx. Okay, now this refers to the Px means price of commodity X, and Qx means quantity of commodity X. Okay, so this means price of commodity X, Qx means quantity of commodity X. Now in this price 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can see here, this is the price of a commodity. 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees. When the price was 1 rupees, quantity demanded was 4. When the price of that commodity increased to 2 rupees, the quantity demanded 3. When the price of commodity increased to 3 rupees, then the quantity demanded 2 rupees. When the price of a commodity increased to 4 rupees, then the quantity demanded by the individual is 1. Now, here you can see each time demand is decreasing, and you can see each time price is increasing. So you can see here the relation between price and demand is inverse. Price and quantity Px is price is increasing, quantity is decreasing. So you can say inverse relation. So you can see there is an inverse relation between price and quantity, or you can say in the demand. Okay, when the price is increasing, demand is decreasing. Or when demand is decreasing, if I say when the price was 4, the quantity demanded was 1, and when the price became 3, the quantity demanded was 2. When the price became 2, the quantity demanded was 3. Now, when the price of commodity became 1, quantity demanded was 4. So, when price is increasing, demand is decreasing, and when price will decrease, then demand will surely increase. So, we can say they both have inverse relation between them. So, if we talk about the relation between price and demand, we can say that they have inverse relation between them. Now, we talk about the market demand schedule. So, here you can see Px means price of commodity X, consumer A. See, we can say that in market demand schedule, many consumers are there, but we are taking only 2. Okay, so consumer B, it's market now. So Qx, quantity demanded. So total demand in market now. Price again 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see when the price is 1, consumer A was demanding 4, 3, 2, 1, or you can say 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. So when these two consumers are there in market, so their demands will be added. That will be total. So total demand in the market 4 plus 5. When price of commodity is 1 rupees, then total demand existing in the market, that is 9. When you will add these two, consumer A and consumer B. Then when the price of commodity is 2, then the quantity demanded is 3 and by consumer B is 4. So total demand exists in the market, that is 7. When the price of commodity is 3 and the consumer A demands for 2 commodity and consumer B demand for 3 commodity, and total demand in the market that exists of 5. Okay. Now when the price is 4 and consumer demand 1 quantity and consumer B demand 2 quantity. Okay. 1 plus 2. So that is 3. So here you can also see when in the market also, when price is increasing, demand is decreasing. So you can see when the price was less, demand was highest, and when the price was highest, you can see demand is less here in the market. So this was market demand schedule, and this is all for today. We'll meet up in the next class. Till then, thank you.